Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Joni Mitchell.
How many of you still live at home? Are any of you still sneaking your lover man into the bedroom next to your parents' room? Well, then, this is a song for you. stormy night. Everyone was at the windy. They were the winding tide. So they went up on the train bridge where the weather was howling. Oh, oh, my, my. When the train comes rolling by, no paper thin walls, no folks around. No one else can hear the crazy cries aloud. They were laughing, they were dancing in the rain. They knew their love was a strong one when they heard the far-off whistle of a train. They were hoping it was gonna be a long one, 'cause oh, oh, my, my. When that train comes rolling by, no paper thin walls, no folks around. No one else can hear the crazy cries aloud. The lightning of an all-night cafe turned up the rainbow side. Outside in the weather, the shade on the street light is playing, and they smile you to ear and eye to eye. Ice cream is melting on a piece of pie. Oh my mind, no one else can hear the crazy cries of love. Every kiss was sweet and strong. Every touch was totally tender as the train come rumbling along. They sang another song of wild abandon. Oh, oh, my, my. When that train comes rolling by, no folks around, no one else can hear the crazy cries of love. No folks around, no one else can hear the crazy cries of love. This is a song from Hitching at Summer Lawns. Tale of a slightly dysfunctional family, fairly typical. As the wheels set down, he takes his baggage off the carousel. He takes a taxi into town. Yellow schools of taxi fishers, Joni and I today will caught up at the lights in the fishnet windows of Bloomingdale's. Watching those high fashion girls, skinny black models with wavy curls and collar buns, dreaded hard eyes, looking for the chic and the fancy to buy them. Look like colored curves in the street. A helicopter lands on the panel like a dragonfly on a tube. And businessmen in button-downs pressing the conference rooms. The channels of paper and nails, talking commodities and sales, while at home their paper wives and their paper kids paper the walls to keep their gut reactions hid. Yellow checkers for the kitchen, climbing ivy for the bath. She's lost in house and gardens. He's caught up in chief of staff. He drifts off into the memory of the day she met in school, with her body oiled and shiny at the public swimming pool. Shining hair and shining skin, shining as she reeled him in to tell him that she did today just what he could do with Henry's house and Harry's take-home pay. Adapted from a Yeats poem with permission of his estate. Part of the poem was originally in kind of blank verse, so it had to be restructured, and some additional text was permitted to make it into a song. It's called Slouching Towards Bethlehem. The falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart. The center cannot hold, and a blood-dim tide is loosed upon the world. Nothing is sacred. Ceremony sinks. Innocence is drowned in anarchy. The rest lack conviction. Given some time to think, and the worst are full of passion. weak faith. The spirit of this world would heal and rise. Vast are the shadows that straddle and strafe and struggle in the darkness, covering my eyes. Shaped like a lion, has the head of a man, with a face as blank and pitiless as the sun, and it's moving its slow thighs across the desert sand. Do not indignant, reeling from us. Surely some revolution is at hand. Surely it's a second coming in the wrath that's finally taken form. Oh, what? This is your feast. It's our come at last. Slouching towards Bethlehem to be born. Slouching towards Bethlehem to be born. Oh. Out of a stony sleep, by a rocking cradle by the sea of Galilee. Surely some revolution is at hand. Surely it's a second coming in the wrath that's finally taken form. For what? This is from the east. It's all we come at last. Slouching towards Bethlehem to be born. Slouching towards Bethlehem to be born. Oh.
Since I was a little kid, I've been fascinated with trains. I used to live in a small town called Maidstone, Saskatchewan. Population 400, no water tank. Everyone in the town saved the tissue off of oranges or used Simpson Sears catalog. In the outhouse, I don't think there was that much indoor plumbing, actually. It's a long time ago. Covered wagon days, kind of. But they had the old steam trains on the road at that time, and there was a bend just outside of town. And as the train entered, he used to blow his whistle, and I could hear it. I'd miss the first gust of steam, but wherever I was, I'd always catch the second as he came around the corner. And always going somewhere. This is a song called Just Like This Train.
I'm always running behind the time, just like this train, shaking into town with the brakes complaining. I used to count lovers like railroad cars, I counted them on my side. Lately I don't count on nothing, I just let things slide. The station master shuffling cards, boxcars are banging in the yards. Jealous love will make you crazy if you can't find your goodness, 'cause you lost your heart. 'Cause you lost your heart. I went looking for a cause, or a strong cat without claws, or any reason to reason. And I found this empty seat in this crowded waiting room. I found everybody waiting. There's an old man sleeping on his bed, and women with that teased up kind of hair, big hair. The kids with the jitters in their legs, and those wide, wide open stares. And the kids got cokes and chocolate bars. There's a thin man smoking a fat cigar. Jealous loving's gonna make me crazy. I can't find my goodness, 'cause I lost my heart. 'Cause I lost my heart. I've got this birth and this roll down blind. I got this fold up sing, and these rocks and these cactuses going by, and a bottle of German wine to drink. Settle down into the clickety-clack with the clouds and the stars to read. Dreaming of the pleasure I'm gonna have. Watching your hairline recede, my vain darling. Watching your hair in clouds and stars. Come rocking away in the sleeping car. Jealous loving is making me crazy. I can't find my goodness, I lost my heart. Sour grapes, I lost my heart.
I'm allergic to air conditioning and fluorescent light, and it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Some time ago, I heard a radio broadcast up in northern Ontario. It was an evening of classical music, and it began with a Mozart piece. It was Mozart's greatest hit. It was a rondelle, and it was charming, and everybody was all excited about it because they figured they were going to sell a lot of sheet music. That was the mercantile element in that era. And anyway, there was a woman announcer, and she played this rondella. I'm sure, you know, it had all the chord up on its feet, and every little girl said, "Oh, Mama, I want to play that on the piano," and it was a hit, right? Well, then some cuter guy in tighter pants came along, and I forget exactly the tale, but Mozart fell from grace, and at the end of the show, they played what they described as an obscure and difficult piece by Mozart after he fell from grace, and it was beautiful. It was so beautiful, and I thought, isn't that something, you know, like that, you know, he died before he got to play it enough in front of people and ram it home, you know, like that. So I'm trying to play some of my more difficult and obscure material tonight. Quote unquote. I don't mean to look like Tricky Dick, you know. I mean quote unquote. These are a lot of highway songs. This is a song called Amelia.
Driving across the burning desert when I spotted 6 jet planes, leaving 6 white redwood trails across the bleak terrain. It was the hexagram of the heavens, the strings of this guitar. Just a false alarm. The drone of flying engines is a song so wild and blue. It scrambles time and seasons if it gets through to you. Then your life becomes a travelogue of picture postcard charms. Amelia, it was just a false alarm. They'll tell you where to go, but till you get there yourself, you never really know. And where some have found their paradise, others just come to harm. Amelia, it was just a false alarm. The ghost of aviation, she was swallowed by the sky or by the sea. Like me, she had a dream to fly, like eagles ascending on beautiful, foolish arms. Amelia, it was just a false alarm. I guess that is the truth. I spent my whole life in clouds at icy altitudes, and looking down on everything, I crashed into his arms. Amelia, it was just a false alarm. Still I wish that he was here tonight. It's so hard to obey his sad request. I of me to cries, stay away. So this is how I hide the hurt as the road leads, cursed and charmed. I tell Amelia it was just a false alarm. To shower off the dust, and I slept on the strange pillows of my wounded lust. I dreamed of 747s over geometric farms. Dreams, Amelia, dreams and false alarms. We're still on the road for a little ways here. Traveling in some vehicle, sitting in some cafe, I'm defected from the petty wars and shell-shock love away. There's comfort in melancholy when there's no need to explain. It's just as natural as the weather in this moody sky today. And now we're possessive coupling, so much cannot be expressed. Somehow I can return into myself. These things that you and I suppressed, I see something of myself in everyone, right at this moment of the world. The snow gathers like bolts of lace, waltzing on a bridal girl. You know it never has been easy, whether you do or you do not reside, whether you travel the breadth of extremities or stick to some straight line. Now here's a man and a woman sitting on a rock. They're either gonna vow or freeze. Listen, I thought I heard Frank Sinatra singing in a snowy tree. Part of us with travel fever, but I'm so glad to be on my own. So the slightest touch of a stranger sets of adrenaline in my bones. I know no one's gonna show me everything. We gonna go on home. It's so deep and so superficial. Between the forceps and the stone. I looked at those granite markers, those tributes to finality, to eternity. Then I looked at myself here, chicken scratching for my immortality. In the church they light the candles, and the wax rolls down like tears. There is the hope and the hopelessness I witnessed all these many years. We're only particles of change, I know. We're just orbiting around the sun. But how can I keep that point of view when I'm bound to someone? White flags of winter chimneys, waiting truce against the moon. In the mirrors of a modern bank, from the window of my hotel room. Traveling in some vehicle, sitting in some cafe, a defector from these petty wars, until love sucks me back that way. Don't know what you got till it's gone. The green paradise, put up a parking lot. We took all the trees, put them in a tree museum, and they charge all the people $25 just to see them. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. The green paradise, put up a parking lot. If I'm a farmer, put away that DDT now. Get the spots on my apple, but leave me the birds and the leaves. Oh please, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. The green paradise, put up a parking lot.
Mr. Dillon's verse? Late last night, I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow tractor come and pushed around my house, messed up my land. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got to do? The green paradise, put up a parking lot. Late last night, I heard the screen door slam again, and a big yellow taxi come and took away my old man again. I don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got to do. The green paradise, put up a parking lot. The green paradise, put up a parking lot. The green paradise, put up a parking lot. Oh, you guys are great. So I think you're open-minded enough to take some new material, huh? Right. So this is a brand new, morbid little Christmas song. It starts kind of morbid, but then it lightens up towards the end. This goes to show that mothers are mothers are mothers. And the title of the song is Happiness is the Best Facelift. So numb on Christmas Day, I could feel my hands or feet. I shouldn't have come, she made me pay for gleaming with Donald down her street. She put blame on him and shame on me. She made it all seem so tawdry and cheap. Let's be nice, Mama. Open up your gift, you know. Happiness is the best facelift. I mean, after all, she introduced us. Oh, but she regrets that now. Shacked up downtown, making love without a license. The same old sacred cow. She said, dear, you come home to disgrace us. I said, why is this joy not allowed? For God's sakes, I'm middle-aged, Mama, and time moves swift, and you know, happiness is the best facelift.
We kiss the angels and the moon eclipse, you know. Happiness is the best. Facelift. We push the bed up to the windows to see the Christmas lights. Back with you. On the east bank, across the steaming river, between the bridges that are Paris light. This river has run to both our lives. Between these banks of our continuing delights. Bless us, don't let us lose the drift, you know. Happiness is the best. Face left. Yourselves what justice was, or you ever ask yourself questions like that? You must have, during the OJ trial, at one point asked yourself, what is justice? Yeah. Well, I didn't really for a long time. I guess until the Detroit riot, well, I've been in a lot of riots from here to eternity, I guess. The LA riots, I pulled up behind a car that had a license plate that said Just Ice. I don't know, maybe that's some rapper. Just Ice? But anyway, I started asking people what justice was, and nobody seemed to know. Anyway, this is a song about what is justice. Behind a Cadillac, I was waiting for the light. I took a look at his license plate, and it said, Just Ice. It's justice, just ice. Governed by greed and lust. Just the strong doing what they can, and the weak suffering what they must. And the gas leaks, and the oil spills, and sex sells everything. Sex kills. Oh, sex kills. Doctor's pills give you brand new nails, and the bills bury out of an avalanche. Lawyers have been this popular since Robespierre slaughtered half of France. And Indian chiefs for old Indians know that the balance is undone. Crazy eyes, you can feel it out in traffic. Everyone hates everyone. And the gas leaks, the oil spills, and sex sells everything. And sex kills. Oh, sex kills. All these jackups at the office, the rapist and the poor, oh, tragedies in the nurseries, little kids packing those to school. We also wondered over these tumors in the skin. It's a hospital sun beating down now. everything. Sex kills. Oh, sex kills. Sex kills.
We're running late, so I'm just gonna go into this unceremonious here.
Just turned 27 when they sent me to the sisters. Far the women looked at me, branded as a Jezebel. I knew I was not bound for heaven. I'd be cast in shame into the Magdelene Laundries. Pregnant, some by their own fathers. Bridget got that belly by her parish priest. We're trying to get things white as snow, all of us woven up daughters in the steaming stains of the Magdelene Laundries. Prostitutes and destitutes and temptresses like me, fallen women sentenced into dreamless treachery. What do they call this heartless place? Our Lady of Charity. Oh, charity. Bloodless brides of Jesus, if they had just once glimpsed their groom, then they know, and they drop those stones concealed behind their rosaries. They wilt the grass they walk upon, they reach the light out of a room. They'd like to drive us down the drain at the Magdelene Laundries. Peg O'Connell died today. She was a cheeky girl, a flirt. They just stuffed her in a hole. Surely to God you'd think at least some bells should ring. One day I'm gonna die here too, and they'll plant me in the dirt like some hay bough that never blooms come any spring. Oh, any spring. Oh, oh, oh.
Well, I hate to leave you on that down note, but we got to cut short here. Thank you very much for the beautiful audience. Walking down the road, asked him where are you going, and this is what he told me. He said I'm going on down to Yasgur's farm, and I'm gonna join in a rock and roll band, and I'm gonna get back to the land. I'm gonna try and get my soul free. He said we're stardust. Oh, and we're going. And we got to get ourselves back to the garden. Beside you then I'm coming to lose the smile. I feel like I am caught in something turbulent. Maybe it's just the time of year. Maybe it's the time of man. I don't know who I am, but life is fulfilling. I know we're stardust. Oh, we're golden. And we got to get ourselves back to the garden. By the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong, and everywhere there were songs and celebration. That night
were riding shotgun in the sky, and they were turning into butterflies above our nation. Because we're striders, we come from billion-year-old Carlin. Oh, and then how we called it. We just got caught up in some devilish bargain.